And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Okay guys, so in today's video we're going to be discussing all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. Of course, we've got a bit on Mark Clattenburg as he spoke about, of course, the game against Burnley, the 2 disallowed goals that we had, and gave his verdict with regards to it. We're also going to be going through why Liverpool have some huge boost ahead of 2024, whilst also going through a few of the early transfer rumours. Again, disclaimer, they're not for the most reliable sources, but look, I have a duty to bring you to them, and we can discuss a bit about January if you like at the end of today's video. But let's start with Mark Clattenburg. Yes, the former Premier League referee Mark Clattenburg believes referee Paul Tierney and VAR Simon Hooper were wrong with only one of Liverpool's disallowed goals. Liverpool saw 2 goals ruled out during their eventual 2-0 win at Burnley on Boxing Day, with Cody Gakpo and Harvey Elliott's both denied. Gakpo's powerful finish was chalked off from a supposed foul from Darwin Núñez on Charlie Taylor, despite there being little evidence even in the defender's reaction. Later, Elliott saw an effort of his own dismissed due to an offside from Mohamed Salah, judged to be blocking the view of the goalkeeper James Trafford, even though the Egyptian was pushed there by Jordan Bayer. Tierney blew for the foul on Taylor, and Hooper in the VAR booth saw fit to uphold the decision, while the referee was told to consult the pitchside monitor before disallowing Elliott's strike. Both decisions were controversial and would have been even more so if the result had been different for Liverpool, with Jurgen Klopp baffled post-match. But speaking on Amazon Prime after the game, Clattenburg explained both decisions and why he could see fault in only one of them. I thought Paul Tierney refereed this game really well. He played a wonderful advantage for Liverpool's second goal, but the Gakpo goal, I don't agree with that, he said. You look at the reaction of the Burnley defender, he puts his hands to his head. He's gone in front of Núñez, and when I see it from different angles, I don't see any contact from Núñez, therefore I don't see it as a foul. Once Paul Tierney gives it, and this is why there's so many arguments in this VAR doing its job or not, there is such a subjective call. He's made the decision on the field of play, and the VAR's gone. You know what? There's not enough to disallow that. I don't agree. I think the best decision would have been able to play on and give the goal to be given. There isn't enough contact for me to be awarded as a foul. On the decision to rule out Elliott's goal despite the obvious push on Salah, Clattenburg claimed he can see it from both sides. The referees were applying the laws of the game as they're written, he explained. Was Mo Salah in an offside position? Yes, he was pushed in an offside position. Yes, was there enough for a penalty? No, factually he's in an offside position. Clattenburg added, for me, the easiest decision for the referee once he's gone to the screen is to disallow it. Okay, so we do see a lot from the referees following these games. I did think both of them were a goal, to be perfectly honest with you. I did say it in my sort of post-match reaction. However, Mark Clattenburg has given another side and basically stated that VAR had made a mistake. I do think it's important to still talk about the obvious decisions that VAR is getting wrong. It's always sort of blown up, of course, when your team loses, and if Liverpool would have lost, then of course we'd probably be speaking about it a lot as well, and it'll be everywhere in the media. However, when a sort of team does get the win and there's still big decisions not going our way, again it's kind of blown under the, or put under the carpet a little bit more. But we do need to be keep these guys accountable, because it just happens every single week and is very, very frustrating. Yes, we won the game 2-0, but look, sometimes in other games those big decisions that they make mistakes on won't go away, and we won't actually have enough to win matches. So yeah, very frustrating, but again, we managed to get through this one and actually won the match. But that's his thoughts with regards to it. Now, next up for Liverpool, of course, is Newcastle United. Now, the thing is with Newcastle United at this moment in time, they are currently going through an injury crisis. We had it a bit last year, but Eddie Howe has revealed an extent of Newcastle's injuries after the latest major setback. There's some more, which in turn gives Liverpool a big boost going into the fixture. Now, they have lost they did lose their last game at the weekend there, of course, to Nottingham Forest. Midweek, in that Christmas period, where I'm forgetting exactly where the days are. It was obviously midweek, obviously losing. Wood did score a hat-trick, and basically, yeah, they're having an absolute crisis at this moment in time. With Newcastle suffering a 6th loss in their last 7 games on Tuesday, Eddie Howe's injury situation is dire ahead of the New Year Day trip to Liverpool. After overachieving last season qualifying for the Champions League, how are Newcastle finding out how hard it is this time around? With an increased workload and shoddy recruitment over the summer, the Magpies are now out of Europe and suffering a major loss in form due to ongoing injuries. Boxing Day brought a defeat, a 3-1 home defeat to Nottingham Forest, which makes it 3 losses in a row and 6 in the last 7 games. They have only won 5 of their last 16 games in all competitions, losing 9 of those, and could head to Anfield on Sunday as low as 9th in the Premier League. This comes with 9 senior players out, either injured or suspended, with Howe admitting after the loss to Forest that none of those are expected to be back for the game against Liverpool. Nick Pope, shoulder. Harvey Barnes, foot. Sandro Tonali, of course, ban. Joe Willock, heel. Jacob Murphy, shoulder. Elliot Anderson, back. Yavi Monquillo, groin. And Matt Targett, thigh, are all long-term absentees. They were joined on the sidelines by captain Jamal Lascelles, who was forced off the weekend's 1-0 loss to Luton, and, as per Newcastle World, is not expected to be back in time. Basically, this is what Eddie Howe had to say on Tuesday. Of course, we've suffered the injuries we've had, and those players you see aren't available. I don't think anyone is coming back in the next few days. It was really good, and we had Joe Linton return today. He's been a massive miss for us, and we've still got players that are finding their fitness from playing matches, which is never ideal, and there were several players on the pitch today in that respect. We've not had it easy, and I think that needs to be acknowledged by me more than anyone else in my reflection of the team. Basically, yeah, going through a massive crisis at this moment in time, and as I stated, I do think Liverpool are, well, we've seen the last game between Newcastle and Liverpool, of course, at St James's Park. We did manage to win the game. I think we were down to 10 men in that game, of course, Darwin Núñez scoring 2, but of course, them having this massive injury crisis, they are not the same team, and it's a great time to be playing them. So yeah, no players going to be back for Newcastle, and as I said, it's going to be a very shoestring team again. They're going to be playing in they're probably playing in sort of youth players. They're bringing in players that don't really necessarily get into their starting 11. The players and the injuries that they currently do have are starters. They play every single week. So yeah, this is a big boost to us. I don't like to celebrate opposition players being injured at all, but just due to the workload of these actual fixtures itself at this moment in time during the Christmas period, and us not really playing as good as we've actually, as we know we can do, I do look at it as a big boost going into 2024 and that game in New Year's Day. So yeah, very, very exciting. Liverpool fans, again, transfer news, there's nothing really coming out at this moment in time in regards to concrete sources. However, Casio reports have kind of emerged again. He currently does have a €60 million release clause. However, of course, everyone's kind of split on whether we're going to be making signings or not. David Ornstein said that we're not in a rush. Fabrizio Romano stated that we could. And previously, in the January transfer window, we have done and made signings. Gakpo last year, Luis Diaz the year before, Virgil van Dijk. We have spent money in the January transfer window, and of course, now where we are currently sitting in the league, I do think we shouldn't be sleeping at the wheel and we should be making a signing or two, but we'll see. At this moment in time, no concrete sources for you at the time of recording. But Liverpool fans, that's all I've really got for you today. Do let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below with regards to the upcoming Newcastle game. Score predictions in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.